So the mission of Silk is to prepare Jayhawks to become contributing members of society by providing meaningful co-curricular experiences. And the portion we're focusing on today is the contributing members of society and the ways that we're including student organization work that best prepares students for engagement beyond. So the three main focus areas we're working with are student organization constitutions, elections, and social change strategies. So first, with organization constitutions, we remind students that the impact of their organization is with the living governing document of their organization, as opposed to just viewing it as a one and done, here's how we're going to operate. It also offers opportunities for transparency about roles and responsibilities, as well as actions of the organization, because the mission and purpose are spelled out. They are able to see what each leader is overseeing as a member of their organization, and then what they hope to accomplish as an organization through their purpose or what events they're hoping to plan. And this gives students and organizations a lot of agency to compare back and forth and offer opportunities for students to say, I think we should be doing more in this regard, or I see that we're doing something different than what we said we wanted to, and have a written accountability opportunity for members and officers to ensure that they're upholding the values and what they hope to accomplish in their organization actively. And as the organization grows, they may change, which allows that living governing document to evolve in the same way that we have new laws or new expectations that we hope students would hopefully be aware of going forward. Elections, these can also serve as the initial election experience for students who may be coming to KU without having the opportunity to participate in one before, or if they're not yet the age to vote and they have to come to KU early, these experiences hopefully will allow positive ones for them to want to encourage engaging in elections as they leave KU. They also get to directly vote for leadership who they know and may understand aspects of their platform. And so when participating in local or national elections, they could be more inclined to understand the values or the hopes of potential elected officials and continue that going forward. And then in fair election processes, it also allows student organizations the chance to apply their organization values of inclusion or integrity and allow them to see that play out and hopefully build up their elected leaders for next year instead of having it be a more dicey situation. They can see it as an opportunity to share in the efforts of those who are elected instead of those who weren't or were not. And then lastly, we've been working with students to increase the use of social change strategies within their organizations. So some of the first things we've recommended are announcements and share outs. So taking what the organization is hoping to do on campus and then connecting it to a broader scale. For the sake of an example, if a women in finance organization wanted to talk about women's rights as well as the impact of cryptocurrency in a number of different areas and what that looks like, they could have those conversations in addition to a networking opportunity or bringing in local Kansas City business individuals to discuss their operations and make it kind of unique in that regard. Also participating in group service opportunities, especially for organizations that require hours. Instead of it just being an individual, they can show up as an organization and to be able to serve together and show that as a group, this is important and of value to them. Also utilizing their org as a platform. Social media is a great opportunity for students to share within their organizations some of the same things that they may post on their personal to advocate on behalf of causes or issues that they want to champion for and to increase the visibility of that. And then also work with the impact of organizations that they have on the KU Lawrence community and engage with local organizations that they could have a tie to as well. And so with individuals who are hoping to expand their civic engagement within the community, especially for graduate students, staff, faculty, if you have students that you work with closely that you know are in student organizations or hoping to do more, please have them contact us. We're also very happy to work with students to implement ideas that you may have or they may have, and to talk those through, especially in our connections with the Center for Service Learning that we've been doing over the past little while. And then also, if you're not yet involved with student organizations, we invite you to advise an organization and get involved in that regard. And so that way you can support students where you may have community connections, you may have other faculty, other university connections that can help these students in the KU community and then expand beyond that as well. And then I have our contact information here as well. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you all today.
Alyssa, I would love to hear a little bit more about kind of that student organization development. Since students are kind of spending time at KU and then hopefully graduating, how do we see the continuation of some of these organizations that students are building up? And what is the role of Silk in making sure that there is institutional memory and backbone?
Thanks for asking, Shannon. One of the things that we're hoping to really push with when we're discussing elections with students is the transition. And that's one of my favorite areas of student organization sustainability, is the work that goes into passing on all information that students have. And so I am currently available to students for active meetings about what it looks like to transition an organization. We have some presentation offerings as well, but the core of that information we hope to share, that we are happy to do on an individual level if students want to share their information with us and we can actually personally work with it, is discussing what students feel their responsibilities are, what their challenges are, what positive experiences they've had, what faculty, staff, departmental support have they had that's been really successful on campus. So that way, not only are they sharing the physical resources of here's the email that we contact, but I had the chance to speak with Alyssa and we did this, or had the chance to speak with someone in the department that we're affiliated with. So that way we can keep those conversations, since faculty and staff are likely to stay a little bit longer than students. And then with as accurate and in-depth of information as we can provide in a transition document, it would allow a student to start from where another individual left off, as opposed to having to start all over from the beginning. And then also talking through one of the biggest things that I've wanted to stress with some of the students I've talked with is the impact of group transition. So in a sense where it's not just a president likely who's coming in and changing, it is a whole new unit. And so what it looks like to unite the unit together to help them feel empowered, and then acknowledge on the other side that if a student was running against another student, this isn't someone they were competing with. It's now your job, in the same sense that you wanted to be president of the organization, to support that president going forward, and having that semi-difficult conversation with students and organizations as well, of how to keep those students engaged. And hopefully by ensuring that we have those positive election experiences, transition experiences, and information, and that history of knowledge where I, as a grad student, may have known about an incident that occurred before, or have someone on campus who knows about something 3 years ago, would be able to assist those students in continuing and propelling forward with the momentum that they have from a new election, and keep those sustainable efforts going forward.